Good morning, Eula. Oh, I must be muted too. Oh, no, I'm not. Can you hear me, Eula? Yeah, okay. It's a little early, so, well, maybe not. I'm just going to give everybody another minute or so to pop on, and then we will get started. I hope all of you guys are having a great day already. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning, Monique. Good morning, Terry. Good morning, Paige. Good morning, Heather. And for you guys on my team on this call, Heather Allen's going to be doing doing Zoom tonight. She's going to be filling in for me. We couldn't get it happening on Monday night, so she's going to do that tonight. I'll post a reminder about that in the group. So it's 9 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Thanks to you, everybody who's joined this morning. Really appreciate it. I know it's not always easy to get on these calls, but we appreciate everybody who takes out the time to get on and do them. Allie Carlson had this great idea to do this, and I've seen such exponential growth in my team from being on these calls, and I get told constantly how important they've been to all of you guys and how much they've really helped. So if you're not getting your team on these calls, make sure that you're letting them know, post in your team chats, post in your team pages. And I believe that Elisa has something hooked up now where it is actually recording to the YouTube channel, or it's going to be recording to the YouTube channel, or something like that. So we're going to be working on that to make that happen so that the videos are always available for you and your teams to either share or share the YouTube link so that they can go and rewatch them, because there's always lots of great information on these calls. So we are going to go ahead and get started today. As you know, activities is what brings you success in this business. If you aren't doing the activities necessary and talking to people and asking the question and building relationships, then this business isn't probably going to work or be as successful for you as it is for some other people. I am constantly working with my team and my leaders about the activities that they're doing. We get lots of people that get in training-itis and they want more training, or they're involved in so many other things and then they think they're learning, that they actually aren't doing the steps necessary to get the results that they're actually looking for. So these calls have really helped people take better action steps, and we're going to continue doing that. So the I do 5 action steps every single morning, and most of you guys know what those are. This isn't new to people. So I know that it's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, but it's still pretty early here in the Midwest and Mountain and Pacific time. So we're going to go ahead and start with birthdays today. Well, first, just go post on your timeline that Power Hour has started, or that you're on Power Hour this morning. It's always nice. Maybe your team members see it and they can get in too. So we always like to post that. Okay, and then the next thing that I do is I do all of my birthdays. Now, something that I've been doing recently, instead of wishing people their birthday on their birthday, because like 999 million people wish them a birthday on their birthday, I wish everybody that had a birthday yesterday a belated birthday today. And the reason I do that is because yesterday they got 999 messages in their messenger, and I can promise you they probably didn't look at all of them, because you get hundreds and hundreds of them, right? So today I message them from yesterday and tell them, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't know how I missed your birthday yesterday. I hope that you had an amazing day, and that you have an amazing rest of the year, or whatever, something to that effect. And I actually get a response, and they're like, oh my gosh, thank you, and it's okay, and whatever. Whereas before, I might not be able to really have a conversation with them. And actually, yes, Natasha Ellis is the one that taught me that. So she had told me that when I was in Australia, I think, maybe, or maybe on a Zoom call, or maybe on a Facebook thing or something. I don't quite remember. But it actually works. And I do that all the time now, because you can see whose birthdays were like in the last 3 days, and you can see whose birthdays are the rest of the month. So right now we're going to go ahead and go do birthdays, so you guys can go do birthdays. And when you are done, and I actually just got up a little while ago, so I'm going to be doing this with you. So that's why you're going to see that I keep like leaving and coming back. Yep, that's true. They do. So, okay, guys, so we're going to go do birthdays. And as you guys are done doing birthdays, come back here and say done, and we're going to go on. I have a little bit of stuff that I'm going to talk to you about today. The 3 hottest Facebook strategies right now. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. And I'm not as good as Ashley. I don't have any music to play in the background, nor do I sing. Well, I mean, I do sing, but none of you guys want to listen to me sing. So I'm going to go do birthdays. Oh, there's Ashley right now. Ashley, I was just talking about you. I said, I'm not as good as Ashley. I don't have any good music to play, nor do I sing. Well, I do sing, but you don't want to hear me sing. So so once we're done with birthdays, you guys can just come back and say done, and I will move on to the next thing.
Well, I was planning on turning my video right off, so I'm going to just go ahead and turn myself off. And of course, it's like, hey, Ashley.
That's okay. Hey, listen, it's perfect. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like they have these really new cool things where you can do birthdays like on people's stories, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. Because that is a great way to also wish them a happy birthday is in their story. It gives them a notification. So You can go ahead and do that. The first task was post Power Hour on your timeline. And the second task was birthdays. Okay, sorry, I have to put my phone in my hand to type, and then I have to put it back up here in order to talk. So something that while you guys are finishing up your birthdays, I've been doing some stuff, and just I always like to find out like what the biggest, newest things going on Facebook are. It's constantly changing. When I first started and I created these marketing groups, I did a lot of work on like what worked the best, and they were super, super hot. And I remember a time when we would, when I first started these marketing groups and this posting in yard sale groups, like we would post in a yard sale group and get like 500 friend requests. It was absolutely insanity. And it's really changed, and Facebook has really, really cracked down on that. Although that is, cold market is still a great way to talk to more people. You just have to do it differently. Friends groups work much more, are much more effective because you can go in and actually create a relationship right in the group with the person instead of in a yard sale group. But so many things have changed on Facebook that I've really been working the last few weeks to try to find out what the new and big greatest ways are. So I have a whole call on the 5 hottest Facebook strategies right now, and I am actually going to be just doing 3 of them on here. But the first one is curiosity posts, because really gone are the days of promoting our company and our products. Facebook really pays attention to what's going on. And so a lot of times, if you notice, sometimes when you just post about product pictures or even, before and after pictures, they are flagged by Facebook. So then a lot of people don't see them, right? So we can, do different types of curiosity post. So there's something that you should get very good at. And I'm not talking necessarily like, would you buy this house or this house or this house? Or do you drink Pepsi or Coke? I don't mean those kind of curiosity posts. A great curiosity post is, just maybe a picture of you with your product, the pills in your hand, get ready to take them and saying good morning. A photo of you, or maybe a short video clip of you mixing up a protein shake or something to that effect. So get really, really good at curiosity posts. Maybe put a couple pairs of pants on top of each other that are smaller as they go down. And, if you could wear a smaller size jean, what size would you wear? That's a great curiosity post, actually, and gets a lot of activity when I do it. So, I mean, tons. I can go days without getting one comment on anything, and I can post that post right there and get tons and tons of comments. So, boomerang video is really, really good. If you guys don't know what that is, Allie Atkins just taught me what that was. I was super jealous. I didn't know how they made that happen. And I asked her, and I need somebody to mute themselves, but let me see who that is. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. So again, just get really good at the curiosity post. So the next task, so that's number 1, hottest Facebook strategies right now, curiosity post. So our third task is going to be to reach out and touch 5 people, and it's just reaching out and telling them curiosity post. It depends on what you're posting, but you can post them in friendship groups probably. That pants one that I just talked about is a great one to post on a yard sale group because it's those pants. But I'm talking more about your own personal timeline specifically. But yes, Sherry, you would be able to post some of those. Oh yeah, just about the boomerang. Terry, I was just talking about the boomerang video. she showed me how to do that. That's all. I didn't know I didn't know how you guys made, I'll have to be looking at you so you know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know, you know how they have those pictures and they'll have something in their hand and then it's like that really fast. So if you go on your phone and you go to do a picture and you do it actually from Facebook, down at the bottom, you can slide it back and forth. And one of the options is boomerang. And so if you put that on, so, you know, you don't want to be doing something like, well, I had to learn the hard way. Okay. So I thought I was supposed to go, and sorry, you guys are seeing my guilty pleasure right here, but, but you don't have to, you can just go like this. And then the boomerang video makes it go like that. So, I know I make funny noises too, and sorry about that. But anyway, that's what the boomerang video was that Allie Atkins showed me. So I called her one day. She had done this thing on her story, and I'm like, oh my God, how do you do that? I can't figure it out. And so I spent all morning like going like this, and it looked like I was going like 999 miles an hour instead of only 800 miles an hour. So that was kind of funny. So anyway, the next task is reaching out to 5 people minimum. I do way more than 5. I spend like 15 minutes actually doing that. So you can reach out to way more than 5 people. But in my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I teach my new girls 5 people, because anything over 5 can be really kind of overwhelming for people. So I just go, if you go on Messenger, and you click, there's like a little button with like a bubble that like talk button, and then there's a little button with like 2 people. If you go to that, you'll see that there's all these names with green dots next to them. So all the people up at the top are people that you've talked to recently, usually, or people that you talk to the most, right? So what I do is I scroll all the way down on that to the bottom. Now, the one thing that I really hate is this used to be in alphabetical order, and now it's not in alphabetical order anymore. You can get it in alphabetical order if you go to this other place, but then that's just every single person that you've connected with on Facebook, whether you're friends or not. And so you kind of want to be careful about that, because sometimes that means even other people's customers, even especially if you're like an admin of a customer group or something like that, then there's a lot of people. So you want to be really kind of careful. But I basically just, I don't try to sell them anything. I don't try to, talk them into purchasing my product. I basically just reach out and, good morning, Julie. Happy Tuesday. I hope that you have an amazing day. Maybe it's Friday. Hello, Julie. Happy Friday. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Go look at their page. Maybe yesterday they posted a fantastic picture of their dog, or a fantastic picture of their kid, or something that you like. I usually, if I reach out to them, I also go to their page and like, comment, like. So that means I like 3 of their posts and comment on 1 of them. And maybe they don't have enough of that, but just go maybe interact on their page somehow. That's going to keep the algorithm up. So if I send them a message, I also interact on their page. So task number 3, go reach out to 5 people, wish them a happy Tuesday, wish them a great day, find something on their page that they like, make a comment of it in Messenger with them, because then they know that you're actually paying attention to them. And people don't care what you know, they care that they want to know that you care. And so if you're going onto their page and interacting with them and messaging them about what's on their page, they're going to feel like you're paying attention to them and care about but it's not on Instagram. You can do that on Facebook. It's not just, boomerang is not just on Instagram. It's on Facebook. Yeah, that's where you go. That we call that Maria Green Dot. Or that's what I call it. I don't know what anybody else calls it, but a long time ago, I had started like this Green Dot campaign, and that's what we called it. And so right now, that's what you guys are going to do. So task 3, reach out to a minimum of 5 people to say hi. Comment on their page and make mention of it. So this should take you guys a little bit more, because a little longer time to do this morning than just reaching out to 5 people, because I want you to actually go to their page and like, comment, like. So that means you need to go on their page and interact on their page and then go send them a message. So it should take you a little bit longer. So we'll do that for about maybe 5 or 10 minutes. It shouldn't take too long. But as you guys, good morning, Trina. Thank you for joining. As you guys are finishing, just go ahead and, yep, green dot. That's what I call it, Maria. As you guys are finishing, just go ahead and put done here. Let me see, somebody's not muted, so I'll take care of that. One thing I hate about this Zoom thing is that it does not allow me to copy and paste something into the comments of this, and that really bothers me. Not that any of you really need to know that, but I'm just letting you know anyways. You know, another thing, I'm going to go back to that curiosity post. Sometimes I'll have my customers that are doing really well on the product, but just really have not like passed the threshold of wanting to share our products with other people. I will message them and I will offer them a couple of either a trial or maybe like some sticks of heart and hydration or a shaker cup, a free sampler, shaker sampler, and I just make them myself. I make it myself, but even if I don't have the stuff to make it, it's only $15. But I will have my customer go do the same curiosity post and tag me in it, and I will just like take care of all the people. So the power of referrals and leading with curiosity is super, super hot right now on Facebook. you can let your customers also promote you without really asking them to go sell the product, right? And then what I do is if I have more than 5 people interested off of that post, I will let that person know, hey, listen, you did that post for me and I have like 5 people that want to join. You could make $75 or however much, depending on what I'm having them purchase. And you can get a working associate out of that. You can also get a person that thinks you're just going to constantly take care of all their people. I don't do that anymore, but you can get your customers to do that curiosity post for you. And a lot of times they're more apt to do that than feeling like they're trying to sell a product or something. So keep that in mind when you're looking for new people. Remember, every single person that you're connected to is a doorway to 100 more people. So it's super important. That's another reason why relationships are so important in this business, because if you have a good relationship with your customer and you're continually keeping up with them, you will be able to get them to go make that curiosity post. So I had an associate last week, has a new associate that's doing fantastic on the products, but she has absolutely no desire really to do the business, but she has a ton of friends. But she's telling people on her page about her weight loss, but she doesn't want to sell the product. So I'm like, that's okay. She just introduced you to like 200 because the person had like 100 and something comments on the post, right? So she just introduced you to over 100 people, like, you know, message, because this is why this is super important, guys, is if you go on there and you're talking on these curiosity post, or even if it's not a curiosity post, maybe you're doing a host to post with them or something, right? So when I have somebody do a curiosity post for me or a host to post for me, I have them tag me in it, right? And so every single person that comments on that post, I go and I like the comment and I comment on there. Hi, Christina, thank you so much for liking Heather's post. If you have any questions and would like to know how she's doing this, shoot me a message, right? So listen, 2 things just happened. Christina verified that I'm the expert by tagging me in the post, right? You went on the post and talked to Christina's friend. Now there's third-party validation. So not only is Christina saying she's having great success, I'm going on there and saying, like, maybe I'll post my before and after and say, you know, I'm so in love with this product. Thank you, Christina, for being on this journey with me. I'm so proud of you. And if anybody's interested, you know, shoot me a message. But everybody that comments on there, I go comment back. So guys, when you're doing curiosity posts or you're doing posts that you're trying to get people to talk or see your post, it is imperative that you comment to every person's comment, that you reply to every person's comment, not just like it, because the more comments your post has, the longer it stays at the top of the news feed, right? So when you're doing these curiosity posts or posts with your customers or anybody, maybe they're not a customer yet, maybe they're just a friend that you got to go post on your wall, make sure they tag you in it and make sure that you're going on there and talking to the people commenting on the post, because it's super, super important. And that is a great 3-way validation. And what I do is I even put the person, so let's say Heather is my current customer. She goes and makes the post, and Christina comments on the post, and I comment on there. If she sends me a message, I say, hey, listen, I'm going to add Heather. I just love her, and I know that you're her friend, so I'm going to go ahead and add her into this chat with us, right? So what am I doing right there? I'm doing third-party validation again, right? Because I'm going to put Heather in the chat with me because that's her friend, right? The other thing I'm doing is showing her how simple it is to share the product with other people without her even knowing that that's what I'm doing, right? Because I'm going to talk in there. She's not going to talk. She's just going to be in the chat there, but she's there to, listen, guys, I'm not all fancy with words and all of that stuff, and I'm not, you know, all that, but her being in that chat like engages the 3 of you, and I can't think of the word I'm trying to use or whatever, but it nullifies me. I hope that no means none. Yesterday I made fun of people that didn't know what PIMDIS was because of this math problem. So, but people can make fun of me because I'm terrible at English and grammar and spelling. But anyway, you know what I mean. By putting her in the chat with her friend, you are creating a relationship bond, because the friend is my friend and the other person's friend, right? So she's kind of like, we're in the middle. Yes, validating. You're validating the relationship, right? So you're doing a lot of things in that. So I know that was a whole bunch of stuff I just said, and probably people are going to be like, oh my God, what'd she say? What'd she say? But I am going to be doing a whole call on just this topic. And I will get it posted where people can easily find it. But so that's back to some things that you can do with Curiosity Post. Okay. So everybody should be done by now with the reach out to 5 people, right? So the next thing we're going to do is 4, which for you guys that don't know, and I'm sure you guys have seen this thousands and thousands of times, but this is my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 that I give to all of my new associates. Now my DMO for the day is like 3 times all of this, but I'm a 6-star, so I do way more stuff. But when you're starting out a new associate, you don't want to overwhelm them. And these are really, really easy steps that you can do every single day in the morning. Actionable action steps that are the correct actions to take in order to become successful, right? So maybe other leaders have different things they have you do. Holly, if you send me a message on Facebook, I will send you my DMO. I will send you all the sheets, and I will send you this form. Just make sure that I think I have one without my email address and my name on it. So I'll make sure that I get that taken off so that you guys can use that. But then what I do is on Sundays, I have all of my associates email me their completed DMO, and everybody that completed their DMO that week goes into a little drawing for a little prize. It's not anything big. It's just me rewarding them for the action steps that they do every single day. And they're pretty simple to follow. So, number 4 is follow-ups. And I don't mean follow-ups with people that already are on the product. That is normal, standard, every day. You should be following up with people who recently started taking the product. For instance, if Heather just bought, no, that form is not in our back office. I created that form. So that form is not in our back office. No, ma'am. I created that for my team to make it super simple for them to, but Christina, again, if anybody wants this form, send me a message. There's 2 Kaylee Cybers. They are both me, but the one with my ghetto hat on is not the profile you want to send it to. You want to send it to the one with this picture on it. That picture, no, actually it's the picture with me and my grandfather right now. So send me a message to that, and I'll send you my DMO, and I'll send you this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sheet. So anyway, number 4, you're going to follow up with, so again, not follow up with people who are taking the product currently. Those follow-ups should be done if Christina buys a 30-day from me or a 7-day from me, it doesn't matter. I get the tracking number. I follow the tracking to her house. I message her on that day, confirm that she received the package. And I message her on day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I do that because every day is different. And I want to make sure that she's taking the product right, that she's eating properly, she's drinking enough water, that she doesn't have any complaints. If there are complaints, let's troubleshoot them right now. So those follow-ups are necessary in your business to retain your customers. These follow-ups that I'm talking about, 4 follow-ups, is different. What I mean is anybody who has ever said to you, I want to order, please send me your link, or have shown great interest in placing an order, but have not ordered yet. So, hi, Christina. Good morning. I know that you were previously interested in getting healthier and True Vision. I know that you haven't placed an order yet, but I just wanted to let you know right now is a great time to order. We have discounted memberships, and you can get our 30-day combo for $95. Is that something you'd still be, or no, scratch back. You can get our 30-day combo for $95, or our enhanced weight loss kits that range from $159 to $179. could I help get you started today? Not, would you like to get started today? Do you want to order? Can I help you get started today? Always go in with a yes, right? So go ahead and go find 4 of those people. If you're like me, I write down every single day, every single solitary person I've talked to, what we talked about, and whether or not they asked for a link or placed an order. Those are the people that I do these follow-ups with. So I go back through my little book and I see maybe last week or the week before who had shown interest in ordering. I had sent them my link and they haven't ordered yet. So I go back and I circle around back to them. And this is kind of the analogy. People always ask me, like, when do you stop following up with these people? Never. So I'm just going to use a little analogy. Let's say I have a forest full of trees and I want to cut the trees down, but I can't cut the tree down in one day, right? Like, that's impossible. I can't cut a tree down in one day. I don't have a chainsaw. I only have an axe, right? So I decide I'm going to go out and I'm going to swing the axe and I'm going to hit that tree. I'm going to hit the tree 5 times, right? Whack, 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 right? The tree's not going to fall down, right? But if the next day I go out and I whack, 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 right? Eventually, if I go out every single day and I hit that tree 5 times with that axe, the tree's going to fall down, right? But let's say that there's a whole forest of trees. If I go outside and every day I hit a different tree 5 times with the axe, guess what? I'm just going to have a whole lot of notches. I'm not going to have any trees falling down, right? So you got to keep circling back to the same tree and hit it every day 5 times with the axe before it falls down. So we all know that it takes between 5 and 7 touches before someone says yes. Well, if you give up at 4, guess what? They're not going to say yes. So you want to make sure you're circling back around, circling back around, circling back around, right? So you don't want to go hit them on the axe every single day, right? But maybe I need to take down 3 or 4 trees. So every day I'm going to hit 4 trees, right? 4 different trees 5 times, right? So it's the same concept, right? You never, ever stop following up with people till they unblock me or die. That's when I stop following up with people. I mean, till they block me or die. That's when I stop following up with people. Even if they tell me, I'm not interested, whatever. Okay, they're not interested today. That doesn't mean they're not going to be interested next week or the week after. I have an associate that been with me for about 15 or 16 months, kind of dabbled in the business a little bit, doesn't do a whole lot. She lost her job. Now that changes everything, right? Before, she had a job, she had money coming in, she kind of dabbled in the business a little bit. It was a hobby, right? Now she doesn't have a job. She can't work because she's hurt, right? So now she's ready to take True Vision serious. And that's okay. I met her where she was. She was a managing associate. She signed 5 people. She kept 5 people every month. But again, never did a whole lot with the business. Now she's like really close to senior today. But it wasn't until she lost her job and found a reason to start chopping down the trees that she took it a little bit more serious. So the next task for today is go reach out to 4 people that have recently been interested in ordering and talk to them, find out what's going on. Oh yes, if they ask to be removed from your list, absolutely. So I always talk about, you don't have 2 people's contacts information added to your list unless you have contact information, which is email and their phone number. So like, you have to be very careful about that, because like, let's say you kept following up with somebody through email that didn't want to be on your list, and you kept doing it anyway, they can report you, and that's called spamming, and you can get in trouble for it. But I mean, like, not go to jail or anything like that, but just through like either Gmail or Facebook or whatever that is. So if they specifically say, I don't ever want to hear from you again, do not talk to me, do not this, take me off your list, don't bother me, whatever, then I know this might seem like really difficult for some of y'all to believe, but you can ask like my associates. I'm really good with names. Like somebody, like, and I'm really good with who's on my team where. And so I'm also really good with names when I'm going through my list and I'm following up with people. And so if somebody, I don't ever take them off my friends list, but I just don't message them anymore about it, because maybe they're not ready now, and maybe they think they don't want you talking to them at all, but it doesn't mean I unfriend them. So task 4 is follow up with 4 people. I think I'm on task 4. Hold on, I gotta scroll up. Yep. Task 4, follow up. And I'm not gonna get to 3 tips for Facebook, hottest Facebook strategies today. I'm only gonna get to 2 probably. But the next one is really important. So follow up with 4 people who recently showed a lot of interest. Sorry, guys. Interest. So I'm going to, why I have you guys following up with 4 people, and I'm going to just talk really quick, and I'm going to tell you guys, I know that it gets difficult to try to like write everything down, and I really have tried to slow down when I'm talking so that people can get, you know, get what I'm saying. And I can't copy and paste into the chat, which is really bad because I do have this script completely written out. But right now we're in Club 90 qualifications, and hopefully a lot of you guys are getting super, super close. I think maybe I'm a couple away from my 9 and 1 away from one person making managing. So I too have been working really hard to get Club 90. So one of the things with Club 90 this time is you must have 100 PV, which doesn't mean you need to sell a control kit, but you need to have 100 PV. And with the $15 bonus on combos, people have been selling them like hotcakes, right? So my associate, Michelle Ruelos, put together a list of all things you can mix and match to make 100 PV, right? So one of my favorite things is the hydration pack, right? So it is $147 if they're a brand new associate, with the $15 membership and the $8 shipping, right? So hi Letitia, I know that you I have a customer and they want to order, right? And I give them their options, and these are the options that I give them. Okay. And now guys, I want you to know that every leader in this company and every person in this company are different. We all say things differently. We all do things differently. What works for me might not work for you. What works for Allie Atkins might not work for me. It is all different, right? But I'm going to tell you this. So I message someone and they're interested. They say, they comment on a post in the customer group, and this is only for people that you are currently friends with. It does not usually work right straight out of cold market if you haven't added the person. So I'm talking about people who are in your customer group who have commented and you've been tagged to help them. Okay. Hi, Leanne. Thank you so much for your interest in True Vision. I will be happy to assist you. Let me ask you some questions. What are your weight loss goals, and do you have any other health issues? This will help me better help you, right? So 2 things I've done there. I just asked them how they are, because that's super, super important. People want to know you care about them. They don't care what you know. They don't care what you're trying to sell them. They care that you care, right? How are you? That's super important. I asked how much weight they want to lose, and how if they have any other health issues, so that I can better help them, right? So I'm already telling them I'm going to be here to help you, right? And then they usually say, yes, how much is it? What is it? Whatever, okay? So they say, how much is it? they say I want to lose 50 pounds, and no, I don't have any other weight loss. I mean, I don't have any other health issues. Great, Leanne. We have our signature combo, Tru Fix, and then I put in parentheses blood chemistry, and Tru Control, and I put in parentheses weight loss for $95, period. Or we have our enhanced control kits that range between $159 and $189, period. And then I personally always have a monthly special for anybody that's directly signs to me, right? Or my ones and twos, right? So every single month I have I have a giveaway for anybody that orders, right? So June's special is our hydration kit, which comes with our signature combo and a backup bag of heart and hydration in grape, watermelon, grapefruit, or fruit punch. And you get a free shaker sampler, which includes, and I put what that includes. And then I go, which would interest you more? Okay. So I'm going to tell you, you're always going to get the question, how much is that? Or what's in the enhanced kit, right? Those are the two questions you're going to get. Very seldom do they automatically say the $95 because they at least want more information about it, right? So if they say how much is the water or how much is the hydration kit, this is my response. The hydration kit is $147 shipped, which it is. It's the combo, the hydration, the $15 and the $8. And I don't talk about tax because everybody knows they need to pay tax, right? So the hydration kit is $147. Or you can spend $9 more and get a 30-day supply of our full body detox renew for $159 shipped, and that includes free shipping and free membership. It works. Okay, I have sold quite a bit of them using that script, and it really works. So again, our signature combo is $95, or our enhanced kit range from $159 to $189. And our June special is, if you have a June special, then you can put that, and you don't even have to give anything away. You can just say our June special is the heart and hydration kit. I mean, is the hydration package, which is, you know, the hydration in the combo. And for $9 more, you can get our 30-day of full body detox for $159 to ship. So people always like free, right? So when they think they can spend $9 more, I mean, listen, I do it. If I go on like Etsy or something, or someplace, and it says spend $15 more and get free something, I usually do it, right? We're just by human nature told to do that. So I've talked way more than I should have. And so anyway, so now we're going to do task 4, which is go follow up with 4 people. And this call is going to go over a little bit longer today because I do want to really get to this next part. So as far as actions steps go, do I have a copy of that script? Nope, I just made that up right in my head. But I can try to type it here while you guys are doing follow-ups. I mean, I do have a copy of the script because I write all my scripts down, but I can't copy. Oh, it does let me paste. Holy cow. Hold on. I'll get it for you right now. See, it didn't let us paste for a long time, so maybe. Starfish Crusaders. Wow, y'all might be really lucky. Or I might be really lucky. Oh my gosh, it worked. Yay. But okay, so just so you know, it doesn't let me copy and paste the whole thing. It only lets me copy and paste a certain part. So it's going to be in 2 parts, okay? So copy. Okay, for $9 more, you could get our copy. All right, guys, it's in 2 parts, but there's the 2 parts, right? So that's what I say. Hi, Sally. Thank you for your interest in Tru Vision. I'll be happy to assist you. Let's start with what your weight loss goals are, and do you have any other health issues? And then I put customer. I want to lose 50 pounds and no. Me, great. We have our signature combo, Tru Fix, blood chemistry, and Tru Control. Weight management for $95, and our enhanced kits range from $159 to $189. Our current monthly special is our hydration package, which comes with 30-day of our combo and a flavor of your choice of our healthy heart and hydration. If you purchase that, you get a super sampler for free that comes with, and I tell them what they get, which would interest you more. I don't ever say, which one do you want? Which would interest you more, okay? So we have that. So you guys should be doing those follow-ups right now. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do some follow-ups with people that haven't already ordered. And then I'm going to give you the second hottest Facebook strategy right now and how you can use it to really, really move your business in the right direction. And I'm going to tell you something, all you people in trainingitis, listen, you don't want me to say what I say to them because everybody would say, oh my God, Kaylee's so rude. So how do you deal with people who say that is too much? So how about this? I see a lot of people on here that I know are doing really good in True Vision. So there was just a question in there that Mindy Hart asked that says, how do you deal with people who say that is too much? So what I usually say is too much compared to what? Like, what are you referring to? Like, you know what I mean? Like compared to, do you smoke cigarettes? How much does that cost you? Do you go out to eat lunch every single solitary day? Maybe skip a day. And let's put that money aside and save up. If they say it's too much, and I say compared to what, and they tell me, I ask them what their budget is. Okay, if that's too much, what is your budget? And maybe their budget's $65. Or maybe their budget, yeah, $65. Get them on the heart and hydrate. I mean, get them on the Tru Fix liquid. Get them on some balance. Get them on some renew. Get them. Maybe they say their budget's $30. Get them a 30-day box of renew. If people pooped every day, they probably lose 5 pounds, right? I mean, and then what happens is when they see this, they see it working or they see a difference, then all of a sudden they find the money. Trust me. Because 2 months ago, I had a lady, she could only afford like 50 something. She said $60. I sold her a bag of Tru Fix. She took only the Tru Fix one time a day, and she felt amazing. And she said, I don't know how I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to skip this bill, or I'm going to have to not eat for a week or whatever, but I have to get this product. So you know, just get them on something, guys. It doesn't matter. They don't have to buy the combo. Find out what their budget is. If they say that's too much, they're open to tell you that that's too much money. So ask them what's not too much money. Okay. So if, okay, well, I understand. I felt that way too. What is your budget? Then they're going to tell you. Now you have something else to talk about. Maybe their budget's only $32 or $30. Great. For $25.95, you can get a box of Renew. That really helps like detox the body in a gentle way. And, you know, a lot of us carry around a lot of toxins in our body because we don't poop. So if we're pooping on a regular basis, like that's going to help, right? So don't be afraid to ask them what their budget is so that they can, oh, that's different, Letitia. Quincy, you must have gotten on after I talked about the 4 follow-ups. But that's okay. Great job on doing that. But that's, again, why follow-ups are really important, because that girl told her she wasn't being consistent with the product. Well, if you're not being consistent with the product, it doesn't work, I promise. So, and that's great that you offered to a reminder. I have a girl that she's a reminder in my phone, and almost every day I remind her to take her products because my phone beeps in the morning and says reminder, 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 right? Because some people simply can't. I have to put a reminder sometimes to take my afternoon dose because, you know, I wake up in the morning and I do, you know, my 5 daily tasks to keep me healthy. So I do those things in the morning, you know, meditate, drink water, do some yoga, announce my gratitude, just things that I do every morning. You know, we have to keep our business healthy. So we do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have to keep ourselves healthy as well, both mentally and physically. So sometimes I have to remind myself to take the product in the afternoon too. So I don't want to keep you guys forever, but this next part is, just really super important to me, and I want to make sure that you guys get this. I've been kind of talking about the hottest things on Facebook strategies right now on your business, and I'm going to tell you stories, stories, stories. Telling a story, the power of stories. Remember, info is retained 20% more when told through a story. Telling a story doesn't not necessarily mean writing out words. Go through camera roll, look at your pictures, creatively create a story with photos and words. And so I'm talking about the new story feature. Right now, it's the hottest thing on Facebook. It's so big that Facebook is getting ready to add a button, and some people already have the button, but they're getting ready to add a button where I can share your story to my story, right? So just like we can share stuff from our page to somebody else's page, or from somebody else's page to our page, you're going to be able to share stories from your story to somebody else's story, or they're going to be able to click the share button if it's something that interests them and they want other people to see, right? So how easy would it be to get your customers to be like, hey, would you go share my story to your story, or whatever, right? And then you can go see who looked at those and reach out to them or whatever. But you can you can really put interesting content and create a story, right? So I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. When we came out a couple of days ago, or last week, whatever, with the new bigger size Simply Clean, I did a story, and I talked about the Simply Clean on the first part. And then I put a couple of photos that people had provided that what Simply Clean did. And then I broke down the video about the new Simply Clean into 2 segments, which you can do very easily by just actually adding the whole video, and then it breaks it down and it asks you what sections you want. So you just pick both sections, right? And you add that video. So I created a story, right? I told a little bit about the Simply Clean, and then I put a picture of what the Simply Clean did, and then I did a piece of the video, and then I put another picture that showed something else about Simply Clean, and then I did the rest of the video, and then at the end was this girl that had paint all over her hands. One hand was all painty and the other one wasn't, and the mother was holding a bottle of Simply Clean, and then put, if you're interested in getting clean, let me know, or something to that effect. So I created a really nice story on my stories on Facebook, and you can put it on Instagram and share it to Facebook or whatever. Stories have become so popular that you can actually do your story and share it to your Facebook timeline. Instead of how it used to be, you could do your timeline and share it to your story. You can tell stories through little videos on there. You can, I don't know what you're talking about if they're certified. That's only on my personal associate page and for my team. So, and yes, they are. I'm not sure what that has. I mean, if you could message me privately, because I'm the only person that does that. So I don't know about anybody else's team pages. I just know about mine. So feel free to message me if you have questions about that. So stories have just really become the hottest new thing on Facebook. So you really want to embrace that. And you can do boomerang, you can do small short video clips, you can do even curiosity post on that, and then what I do is I go back through my stories, and every person that has looked at my story, I send them a message, and I don't even say anything about my story. I just send them a message. Hey, Sandra, how are you? I hope you're having an amazing day. That's it. So that's another way I reach out to people based on the people that are looking at my stories, right? How often should you post stories? I say every hour, because every time you do it, it pushes it back to the front. So then people will see that you have a new story, and trust me, it's not too much. Okay. I've been doing some training on this, and I've really been, no, you don't have to, you just can. You don't have to do that. You just can, add to your story and your timeline at the same time from your stories. I think if you can still do it on Facebook. I have terrible service in Wisconsin, so sometimes when I have terrible service, my phone doesn't do everything it's supposed to be doing. Sometimes it lets me add it to my story from my timeline. Sometimes it doesn't, but it always asks me if I want to, if I create the story, it always asks me now if I want to if I want to put it on my timeline. So guys, you don't want to be, if you're going to be sharing it to your timeline at the same time, I wouldn't suggest doing that every hour. But I just wake up in the morning and I find a ton of stuff that I want to post that day on my story, and I have all that ready. And then just every hour I just go in, unless I'm telling a story. So when I say telling a story, you can only put so many, you can only put like so much in each, little clip, right? So I tell a story with pictures, and that's what I mean by telling a story. So 1 hour, one story might be 5 pictures. The next hour, it might just be 1 picture. The next hour, it might be, have the courage to whatever. It might be inspirational, or it might be something else. And don't keep it all business. It can be a story of your day, like the fact that you get to work from home, and this is what I did all day, and you don't even have to say you work from home. I love spending every day with my children, and this is what we do. And like, you can tell a story through pictures. You know, there's people in the industry that are super good at those stories. I mean, super good. And there's a lot of stuff that you can add and do. And I'm still learning all that so that I can come on here and train you guys to go do those great stories too, and really start getting some interaction. So again, just really embrace those stories and how super important they are, and really keep them consistent. But always make sure that what you're posting has content, right? That it has some meaning behind it. Even if you're, you know, just posting random funny stuff, that's okay too. But just, you know, make sure that it's not just about stuff that really isn't relevant or is going to make people not want to watch your stories, because those are super important. So it is 10:05. Thank you all for joining me today. Yeah, I think they took it away, Sherry. It did let me day before yesterday one time add from my timeline to my story, but I think now they really want you using stories. So if you're using stories, they allow you to post that to your timeline. The only difference is that, like, you can go back. So let's say there's wording. So in your story, you have to edit the wording on your timeline later if you want. So let's say you post a picture on your story and it says share to your timeline, but the screen before that was actually verbiage. You would have to not share the verbiage to your wall. You would share the picture to your wall. And then after you shared the picture to your wall, you would go to your wall and edit the picture and add the verbiage. So I hope that that makes sense. I hope all of you have an incredible Tuesday, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh, thank you so much, Lori. I truly appreciate all of you.